it's recording. Sorry, I have to double check. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about stretched ears and what it's like for someone like me that previously stretched their ears. I can't remember if I did it once or twice. No, I think I did it once. No, I did it once. And I had stretched ears for 2 years. 2 years. And I've learnt a few things on the way with it about the different types of tunnels and stuff. Now, the first time I stretched my ears, I used the tunnels that are like these, but the screw ones, and to me that was a big mistake, probably because the tunnels I now use slightly more easier and there's no grooves in them, because the problem with the screw ones is they've got all these little bunch of grooves, and that when you get them through your ears they kind of snag on the inside, which causes micro tears. Now in my ears I currently have my new plugs and tunnels, but the problem is I have micro tears, and that occurred because when the taper went in fine, and I'll show you what a taper is now. The taper went in fine, but the tunnels would get stuck on the last groove, and what I did is just slightly move the skin up and that lot roughly, but what that didn't cause anything, mostly at the back bit and the inside of my ear. Because of the grooves, it snagged the inside of my ears, and sometimes my ears bleed roughly, you know, when I get my tunnels in, because right now this one has a bit of blood in it. It is a perfect round circle. I might do it on my small one, but I can't really show you on this one because there's just a tad bit of blood, because my ears are still healing. This is a taper, and what you do is you basically put it through your hole roughly, and it slowly stretches your ears. Now you do not stretch your ears unless they are ready. I did mine a couple of days ago, and I have 2 different size ears. This one is at a 6 roughly, because that's naturally what it is at roughly, and this one is at a 10 gauge, which is quite small. But what I am planning to do, let me get my ear hair out of the way. Is what I'm just gonna quickly clip this, because I will have to clean these in a bit. I just wanted to get a bit of oil on my ears, and I've already done that. Because the problem when you first stretch your ears is you cannot take your tunnels and stuff out unless it's become really loose. Now if you do not like to see holes in people's ears, you might want to look away at this, but as you guys can see on my ear, it's pretty much normal. It's the inside that's healing. I've actually got to do a sea salt soak, and all that is pure sea salt and boiling hot water. But my ears are perfectly round. And can you see there is no grooves? I've got I have long nails, but I have a perfect round circle. I'm quickly going to get that back in my ear, because hopefully my ears are still healing. There we go, straight in. But I am going to be cleaning them in a minute. But the first time, like I said, I stretched my ears, the problem what one I found is the bigger you go, the harder it is to get the tunnels in, and that is because roughly of the ones I was using. Right, that earrings on there is the tunnels, because they were screw backs, they would always slightly hurt the inside of my ears, and this one literally has, like I said, it's got a bit of blood on it, so I will have to clean the inside. But stretching your ears can be fun, and it can be quite easy. The first time I stretched my ears stretched really good, and this time they are exactly the same. Nothing's changed, and I just have really good stretchy skin. Oh god, sometimes having curly hair can be a pain. But I stretched my ears off it a good couple of years ago because I liked the way that stretched ears looked. And the gauge I got myself to, or milliliter I got myself to, was in fact my goal size, okay, which is in 00 roughly, and a lot of people that say that the 00 is the one you stop at unless you want to close your ears. And they look like that. They are, to some it is quite big, but to someone like me, roughly, they're actually quite small. That's the tunnel, and this is the taper. Now I recommend, if you are going from a 0 gauge to a 00 gauge, I highly recommend that you go in between the sizes. Basically, this is a 10 gauge, you will need the 9, not 10, yeah, 10 gauge, 10mm, whatever you want to call it. But I recommend that you go for the 9mm, because putting this in your ear will basically tear your ears and cause a blowout because of the groove right here. It goes from a short bit to a long thick bit. I recommend definitely go in between the in-between sizes, and it's the same for the 0 gauge. I'd go for this is an 8mm, I'd go for the 7, then go to the 8, then to the 9, to the 10. But the first time I did it, it was super easy. My ears stretched up very easy. But like I said, I ended up causing micro tears because of the grooves and the tunnels I was using. And that's why I'm using completely different ones this time. And I don't regret having my stretched ears. And I thought my ears had closed up roughly to a basically 18 gauge. Turned out roughly that my ears were actually at a 6 and a 10. So what I am planning to do, my 10mm one, which is my small one right here, I am going to be basically stretching that to get to 6. So it goes to 10, it goes 8, and then 6. Roughly, so I will be going all the way down to a 6, which means my 6mm one, which is what I've got in, I'll be leaving that alone for a good while, just to let any micro tears roughly that occurred when I stretched my ear, roughly just letting that heal roughly and sort itself out. Now if you are stretching your ears, you can use the stretching bombs, but I don't really recommend them, even though they've got such good stuff in them. I highly recommend that you use a oil roughly that is more easier, natural vitamin E oil. is a good one, and jojoba oil is also a good one for stretched ears. Now, there are things that people do not like about having stretched ears. You will get a lot of opinions about people basically spotting you have stretched ears, and people will always have an opinion about it, so you have to deal with that. Lucky for me, I don't care. But people call you stupid and everything. Been there, done that, lived it. But you have to be so careful when it comes to stretched ears, because you can cause micro tears. Check number one. Hopefully I've accidentally done that, and I know I've done that. And you can also end up with a blowout, which basically means that your ears will not look like a round circle. They will look like the inside of a cat's butt, muffly, all crinkled and horrible and that lot. But it has been a good couple of years since I did my stretched ears, and I'm actually looking forward to having them completely back. I just feel like something was missing, and even though roughly I'm doing something new, roughly I don't use chemicals on my hair through dyeing my hair, and I'm letting my hair grow up to be curly, and it's paying off, because the ends of my hair now, even though they look shiny because I use Camilla oil to refresh, they are literally curling at the ends. This side looks, I know it looks bad, but this side has a lot of bits where they have curls in them, especially at the ends. Some pieces have basically straight stragglers, but my hair is coming to it. The best bits are these front pieces, because the ends are curling on themselves. I'm doing a lot of changes this year, and obviously number one is my stretched ears and my curly hair. Now, if you're going to go for stretched ears, please be aware roughly that if you are stretching your ears, you have the stretching smell. And what that means is roughly is when you first stretch your ears, is you do kind of get this weird smell, and but that gradually goes away. But if you do not wash your ears on the daily, roughly this smell tends to build up, and you can smell it, and that's a bad side to it. But the good side to it is the fact roughly with your plugs and tunnels, you can get ones where it's got attachable like hoops and stuff, roughly, and nice designs. You can get all kinds of real good plugs and stuff. And I've talked about this many times roughly, and I highly recommend that if you are going to transition, if you're going to go completely natural like I did, and then when you feel comfortable, just bring in something that is natural to you. And I no longer do side shaves. I don't want that kind of thing anymore, hopefully that kind of style and that lot, and I wanted something that represents me roughly, and I love piercings and that lot, so I decided to stretch my ears again. I'm also going to get my second and third lobes pierced, and I'm just going to bring a bit of the old me roughly back, but into a more modern version. I do want my industrial piercing back. I really miss that. I really do. But I don't know if I'll get that back, but I'll definitely want my second and third lobes. I don't think I'll get my nose pierced again or my eyebrow. But also in say, I used to have my lip done many years ago, but that was a long time ago. But what I'm doing stretched ears because, for one, I love the way they look. I think stretched ears are really quite sexy, and I really miss having that type of piercing, because having ordinary ears you can only basically wear studs and hoops. With this you can wear plugs, tunnels, you can have the dangle versions and stuff, and stretched ears are very unique. Sorry, it's this little bit of the front that's bothering me. But yeah, hopefully I'm also purchasing at the end of the month from Holland and Barrett some amla powder, which is the Indian gooseberry, because I've started to notice that even though I did my protein treatment by the Average 2-step protein treatment, I noticed my hair, it was slightly more curlier, but I recently found out the shampoo that I use from Holland and Barrett contains Indian gooseberry, which is amla, and I've started to notice that a lot of my curls are showing up a lot more on my bad side as well, and that's a good thing. And I'm starting to notice that they are curling in all kinds of directions. Can you see how this one is wrapping itself around each other? So something's going off, and I've done research, and I've watched people use amla to help their curly hair, and you basically do it as a mask. Now, I do not use hair gel or curling cream and that lot in my hair. I personally don't like it on me, because when my hair is wet and I do all that kind of thing, the scrunching and all the work and like the denim brush and that lot, my hair doesn't look like this. It looks more curlier, but it brings out a lot of my masculine features. Now when my hair is like this and there's a lot of my curl intact, and it'll get better anyway, hopefully my hair looks like its natural thickness, which I love, and I will be keeping my hair like this. I only use a hair oil, which is Camilla oil. I use a frizz serum, either one with protein in it or one without, and I use a leave-in conditioner. And what I did last time, but I did different now, is I applied just a tad bit more leave-in conditioner than I normally would, and that left a bit of a cast. And then what I did was brush that cast out, and it helped my curls form more. So it's trial and error, finding out what's going to work for you. But I'm now going to clean my ears and get a Q-tip and clean inside this one with the sea salt to help with the heating. So I'll do this ear first. And then we'll go from there. But that's just a tad bit about what it's like having stretched ears. And that little bit thing is, I cannot wait for you to get back to a 00 gauge. ceramic mug from Fethont. And I get the one with a grinder. This is pure sea salt. Makes it easy to dissolve as well. And just add it into your cup. I clean my ears when I first stretch my ears. The first day I clean them 3 times in that day, and then the second day roughly I clean my ears twice until roughly I stretch up again, and that lot. But my ears are now at a point where I can just quickly take the tunnels out and apply some oil, and I'm going to be doing that from now on. But my 6mm I'm going to be using Q-tips roughly to help clean the inside and make sure it heals properly. I'll see you guys in the next video.